Hello everybody and welcome to another Top 5 Records video, and today I'm going to be talking about the best albums from 1972. Great year, amazing year, and I'm going to kick this list off immediately with this rare gem. The late, great Townes Van Zandt. Now, Townes Van Zandt was about as positive about his life and life expectancy at this moment that he already made a record called The Late, Great Townes Van Zandt. He would live a little bit longer though, luckily, to make some other awesome records. But this, to me, is top of the cherry in his body of work. Now, if you're not familiar with Townes Van Zandt, he somehow has the image of being a country artist. I would consider him a country artist, but he is very dark, has a lot of folk elements, has Americana elements in there. He is quite the unique sounding man, and he has the most amazing lyrics. Just to clarify the brilliance of this album. The second side, I'm gonna read it from this. The second side has Fraulein, which is a nice song. Nice, good song. Then Pancho and Lefty, great big hit, one of the big American songs, been covered a lot. The way he's recorded on here, it's awesome. After that, If I Needed You, it's utmost gorgeous, beautiful love song. I mean, one of the best love songs ever written. Seriously, one of the best love songs ever written. After that, he goes to Silver Ships of Andalar, which is this incredible epic. It's awesome. It's got almost nothing to do with country anymore, because there's an orchestra, and there are orchestras in country, I know that, but the way it is used, it goes so beyond just the tradition of what he's coming from. And then Heavenly Houseboat Blues, man, the first side of this record is very good. It's very, 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 very good. The second side is one of the best sides you can ever listen to in music history. What this man did at this moment in time, it was completely brilliant. Get yourselves a copy of this, The Late Great Townes Van Zandt. Now, I've got the Omnifor pressing, which is a very nice audiophile pressing. I also have, I believe, a Charlie pressing, which is okay. It's okay, it's really okay. It was just brilliantly recorded, brilliantly produced. Oh my god, this is good. The number 4, life-changing record for me. Life-changing record. Deep Purple, Made in Japan. Now, this is the best Deep Purple has ever sounded, will ever sound. A live record which has so much more energy, has so much more greatness to it. It starts off with Highway Star and then kicks in Child in Time. And that's just side 1 of it. Side 2, Smoking Water and the Mule. Side 3, Strange Kind of Woman and Lazy. Side 4, Space Truckin'. All epic, epic songs. And this is, just as with Live at Leeds from The Who, one of the examples how good a band can sound. And the thing with Live at Leeds by The Who, awesome, brilliant live record, but The Who has sounded good on albums as well. Deep Purple can sound okay on albums. The complete, total brilliance of the band can only, and trust me, only be heard on this amazing album, Made in Japan. I've been looking for a copy of it for a long time. I bought a Dutch pressing, which was very good sounding, but nevertheless, last summer when I was in the UK, when I was in London, I was trying to find the first UK pressing. I couldn't find one under $50 or $60, and I only came across 2 of them. Then, a couple of months later, I was in Birmingham, couldn't find it. Nottingham, found one for £15. Well, I was completely happy. In very good shape, and it's just slightly better than the Dutch pressing, and I didn't understand why. So I looked into the dead wax. The Dutch pressing has the same stampers, the Porky stampers. So if you can find a Dutch pressing, and I've bought them for about €10, versus the 50, 60, or sometimes even £100 costing UK first pressings, I'd say just go for a Dutch one. Dutch vinyl is good. The British just has a little bit more edge to it, but same stampers. It's amazing. It's an amazing sounding album. Number 3, Neil Young, Harvest. I mean, what's left to say about this album? This is a beauty. Harvest. I mean, this is where my Neil Young journey started. This is the album he does not remember recording. He said he does know he recorded. He knows he was there. He knows he was in the room. He knows he was there with an orchestra. But the actual recording, he lost in his memory. And you know what's on here? What kind of songs are on here? Heart of Gold, A Man Needs a Maid, Harvest, of course, Old Man, Alabama, The Needle and the Damage Done. I mean, what's left to say about this album? It is one of the most impressive collections of awesome melodies. I mean, a lot of people say a Beatles record that's the holy grail of melodies, and you might be right. But Harvest, on that level, melody-wise, on that level, even better, bloody lyrics. Neil Young was so good when he recorded this. It's just, and it's not his only great album. I should do a list on Neil Young, but Harvest. Oh yeah, by the way, the sound of this is the Neil Young archive pressing. They are still around. They sound amazing, and I've even read shootouts which say this one is better than the first US pressing. I've compared it to a first German pressing, which is also pretty good, and the archive pressing definitely beats it. Now what I have here, Lou Reed, Transformer. Now this is an awesome album. Every song on it is perfect. Seriously, every song on it is perfect. Fishes was the song he read after Andy Warhol asked him something like Lou, why don't you write a song about somebody who's vicious? And Lou answered, vicious? What do you mean vicious? Oh, you know, someone who hits you with a flower. So Fishes literally has lyrics. Fishes, you hit me with a flower. You do it every hour. Oh baby, you're so vicious. I mean, there's a dryness to the songs. There's a dry humor to it, but there's also incredible sincerity. Incredible sincerity. He is fighting for his right to exist on this album with pop, glam, rock elements to it. I mean, it was produced by Mick Ronson and David Bowie. It's so incredibly good. And he's just perfect day, hanging around, walking the wild side, makeup, satellite love, wagon wheel, New York telephone conversation, I'm so free, good night ladies. I mean, if you're not a Lou Reed fan yet, then you might only recognize Perfect Day and Walking the Wild Side. Awesome songs. But this is an album of deep cuts, man. It's so good. Awesome. Oh yeah, by the way, this is the first UK pressing. Sounds great. The recent audiophile pressing of Speaker's Corner, which is still in print, beats the shit out of this original. So, and the Speaker's Corner's pressings aren't that expensive. Just with those Neil Young archive versions, those are amazing sounding records. I mean, he beat the originals, at least the Neil Young one and the Lou Reed one. So, this is an awesome time to be a record collector. Now, I'm holding here one of my holy grails. The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust. Now, this is a record I just fell in love with it the first time around. I heard loads of stories about it before I even dove into it. The story of Ziggy Stardust, an alien who came to Earth after the apocalypse was announced. The world still has had 5 years left to live, and Ziggy Stardust came down to war. It's the story in itself. It's not one of the great stories, but the atmosphere it creates, and the idea of a concept album, and the idea of a space alien, and the ideas of all these little songs which are elements of the world of Ziggy Stardust. It's just awesome. Bowie was so out of there on this record. I'm not sure what to say, man. All these great songs. Rock and Roll Suicide. To end off an album with Rock and Roll Suicide. One of the great ballads ever. but it can be really rock and nice and edgy as well. With a song like Moonage Daydream, Soul Love is very nice and smooth. Starman, beautiful ballad, It Ain't Easy. Oh, Hang On To Yourself. Ziggy Stardust, the song itself. It's awesome. I was lucky enough to find the first UK. This is the best sounding there is. I've got Dutch pressings. I've got another UK pressing of it, but this one, the first UK, it just rocks. Awesome album. Love it. To me, the best album of 1972. Now, what are your favorites? Leave a comment below and see you in the next video. Bye.